Hello and welcome to this edition of SpiritSeeks for the Spirit Said online virtual magazine. My name is Karen Knight and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm going to be connecting with the other side to bring through messages for people who are wanting to speak to their family that have passed. And we're calling this feature SpiritSeeks, and I'm intending to do this every month. So without any further ado, I'm going to get on with March's readings. Just bear with me, I'm just going to clear the energy. Okay. Okay, so I have a gentleman stepping forward, and as he comes forward, he shows me, he makes me aware of a washing line and bird feeders on the washing line. So bird feeding, washing line, hanging things off the washing line, there's a memory I think that he's showing me. Okay, and as this gentleman comes down, it does feel like he's on a father vibration. I feel like he's trying to speak to his family. I feel he's a father, possibly a daughter that he's looking to connect with. So as we get further into this reading, if you want to just make a note of the evidence, you do need to be able to take all of the evidence, not just some of the evidence. Okay, and then we can get you a message. He makes me aware of my throat chakra here, as he's now showing me that he didn't get an opportunity to say goodbye to whoever this person is that's watching, and that the person that's watching would be feeling sorrow that they didn't get a chance to say goodbye or how they felt. Now, as he brings attention to this, he does make me aware that there may have been possibly some possible, not crosswords, but a bit of a misunderstanding towards the end. And that's why this throat chakra wanting to talk would have made all the difference, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Now, as I connect in with him, he brings on a stomach pain, which is very severe with his stomach. So he would have passed with something to do with his stomach or kidneys. I think he's saying sort of all internal stomach, kidneys as well, I believe. Would have manifested in stomach pain, quite a lot of stomach pain as he passed. Yes, and he also makes me aware that, yeah, with his stomach, there was issues with him going to the toilet as well. He wanted to bring that forward because was part of what happened to him. He struggled with that towards the end with his stomach. Okay. And yeah, as I connect in with him, I do feel quite a lot of anxiety. So I feel that he was quite anxious towards the end. He says he wasn't quite in his right mind as well. He wasn't quite in his right mind because of pain. Okay. And he's now showing me, he's making me aware of the ball that I'm holding in my hand here. And I do feel like he's also showing me it's either a snooker or a pool table, and those sort of balls show me a cue ball. I'm getting cue ball. It's a white ball. He's showing me snooker or pool or something like that. Like a cue ball is also a memory, maybe something that he used to do. He's also making me aware of a ring that was made or is being made, like a memorial ring, possibly, to remember him by. And also I'm getting the name of Lucy. Lucy's a name that he's putting into my head. Well, Lucy will connect with this storyline as well, the name of Lucy. He's also given me the month of June, which may well have been his passing or birthday or anniversary. But I do feel June is quite significant. I do feel that the person this message for could well be for a whole family, but I think it's a lady that's watching it in the first instance, and I feel that she suffers with her shoulders as well in the physical world at the moment. She's suffering with her shoulders quite a lot of weight on her shoulders at the moment as well, and also feeling sadness that she didn't get a chance to say what she wanted to say before he left the physical world. Okay, so there we go. There's quite a lot of evidence that you need to be able to take. So this message is for you, if you know this gentleman. I'm just going to recap quickly for you. He's showing me memories to do with the washing line and feeding the birds, hooking the bird feeders on the washing line. He shows me that there was an issue with not being able to say goodbye, and there may have been a little bit of a misunderstanding or disagreement towards the end, but that was why the goodbye was so important, but unfortunately you didn't get it. He shows me that he suffered with pain in his stomach, and the stomach pain was there, and he said the word kidney as well. So stomach pain would have been what he would have suffered from. He also said that he got a little bit confused towards the end because he was in pain. Yeah, he had a bit of mind confusion, brain fog as well towards the end. He wasn't quite himself towards the end. He shows me snooker balls or cue balls. He connects with the name Lucy, or you will connect with the name Lucy. I do feel like he's a father figure coming down to speak to possibly a daughter, but probably a whole family. But the daughter that connects suffers with her shoulders. The month of June was very important, and that was probably to do with his passing or an important date. And the person that is watching this also would have wanted that chance to say goodbye, but unfortunately didn't get it. And there's some sort of memorial ring that's either been made or has been made, or that they wear in recognition of this passing. So if you can take all of that evidence, then this message could be for you, or is for you if you can take all of the evidence. If you cannot take all of the evidence and only some of the evidence, then this message is not for you. You have to be able to take all of it. Okay, so I'm going to connect in with him and ask him what the message is. Right, okay, the message is he's sorry you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. He's sorry you didn't get to set the record straight. Okay, he wanted to set the record straight. All right, and he didn't get an opportunity to do that, but he says he knows that you understand. He knows that you understand. Okay. So I've got a couple of cards that I'm going to pull. I've got what am I feeling with this one? It's this card, the magic card, Orca Magic. So I do feel like this is probably significant because you're stepping into your own power at the moment, the lady, or whoever this reading is for. I do feel it's more of a lady and a family. But you guys are stepping into your power, and especially with regard to the lady, the daughter, I do feel that she's quite connected and possibly likes psychic and all of those kind of things, crystals. Also, I do feel like she's got quite a strong connection. You can see we've got the killer whale there, but also strong connection to animals as well, and feathers. He tells me feathers as well. And you do see things in black and white. He just said black and white, black and white. Okay, so you're very black and white. Okay, we've also pulled the card Little Red Riding Hood. You are not a victim. I am not a victim. Okay, meaning that you're getting on with it. You embrace the fact that you're not a victim, and you're just moving forward, even though obviously there's a lot of sadness at the moment in connection with what's going on in the world, and also dealing with losing loved ones. Okay, and he does bring attention at the moment that there's an issue with your throat chakra as well. So I do feel like you're not being able to speak your full truth at the moment. So it does feel like you're in a bit of a position. I'll just pull in a few cards for you and we'll see what's going on as well. Oh my goodness, all the cards coming out. You can't possibly have all of those cards. Let's just ask for one card from this pack. And as I shuffle these cards, I find that not one's really coming out, and generally that happens, or they all come out when the other person that this reading is for is a reader. Quite often that's one of my signs for that, and then a card normally will just come out. So the person that's watching this, oops, there we go, could well be a medium or spiritually connected themselves, and also possibly have their own cards. Okay, so we've got stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. So again, as he was showing me the throat chakra with what's going on, it's asking you now to stand up for yourself and express yourself respectfully and compassionately, but don't be too caught up on what's going to happen in the outcome. It also says, take time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. So actually that's two different storylines there. But in connection with stand up for yourself and speak the truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome, we've also got detached from the situation. So if there is a situation at the moment that you've got going on where you can't speak your truth, then please, it is time to stand up for yourself and speak the truth respectfully with no attachment to outcome. And then you've got take time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. So it does feel like family members are in need of a bit of extra love at the moment. Let's pull one of these as well for you. And you've got the angel of inspiration coming in for you. So the angel of inspiration is going to come in for you to help you get some new ideas. Okay, and yeah, as I just connecting with him again, he's bringing attention to hair as well. So I think that's it's going on, bringing attention to hair as well. So I don't know if that's one of these to do with the inspiration. Maybe you're looking at changing your hairstyle. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you, whoever you are, and I hope you know who Spirit Seeks today. So that was this lovely gentleman coming in to give us this lovely message, and I hope that makes sense to you and that we managed to find the person this message was for. So with that, I'm going to thank him for coming in and pass you all his love and the message that he loves you very much and he's sorry he didn't get a chance to say goodbye and that he wasn't in his right mind towards the end. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but you are loved and everything is okay. He's well, he's loved, and the rest of the spirit family are all rooting for you. Please keep going. And he says cheer up. Okay, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, my lovely, thank you so much. Amazing. So I'm just going to have a little drink. We'll clear the energy and we'll see who else we have stepping forward. Okay, so I have a lady coming forward. She tells me she wants to just get this message done. She's quite fast paced. Okay, she's bringing attention to the color of it's like a greeny color. Is it greeny turquoise possibly? You can see that color. She's bringing my attention to that color there, so that would have been important to her. So I think that's more green than turquoise. So she shows me the color green, or green eyes. She's saying green eyes. She's got green eyes. Okay, this lady would have had green eyes. Okay, or the family, in the family's green eyes. Green eyes. So this lady would have had green eyes, and some of the family members have green eyes. Okay, so she's giving me the color green. Okay, and she's also, I just got a waft of perfume as well. Perfume. I don't know what that perfume is, but I think she's kind of showing me that wherever she went, you would know that she's been there, because she always wore quite strong perfume, I would say. Okay, so she's green eyes, strong perfume. Okay, and she's saying the word June. Now I feel this is a name, actually. It could be a name or it could be the month, but June, she gives me the word June. I'm not sure if that's a name or a month. I do think I'm more drawn towards a name, the name of June. Okay, And she's bringing attention to my fingers here. So I think towards the end, her fingers, I think she may have had issue with her fingers, maybe arthritis or something like that. She's bringing attention. I think she was very good with her hands, very creative or good with her hands, maybe knitting. But I think towards the end, she was showing me they're slowing up a little, possibly arthritis. Although she's not showing me pain in the fingers, just that they were slowing up a bit. Okay. Okay, let me just see what else I'm getting here. She's showing me a memory by the lake and possibly fishing. I think fishing, although she wouldn't have been fishing herself. I think that would possibly camping as well. I think I'm seeing a tent, camping and cooking on one of those stoves. You know, the little stoves, the camping stoves. Cooking on a camping stove. Right, okay, let's see what else I can get. She's bringing attention to nails as well, like fingernails as well. And I think she would have had green fingers, as in she probably would have liked gardening because she's showing me sort of mud under the nails, but I think she would have had quite long nails. So I feel like she would have liked a garden as well. Let me see what else I can get. She gives me the month of November. She gives me the month of November. And she's bringing on a strange constrictive feeling around my stomach area, higher than the gentleman, but sort of like a restrictive feeling around here. I'm not sure what that indicates. It could be heart, I guess. It could be, it's a little bit lower than that, but I know that sort of indigestion feeling. She could have passed to do with, there is a constrictive feeling, my solar plexus area here, constrictive. Possibility, shortness of breath as well, and dizziness she's showing me as she passes. So there was a constrictive feeling, shortness of breath, dizziness, and it feels tight here. Okay. And again, as this lady passes as well, I feel the throat chakra here as well is yeah, she's tapping the throat actually, throat chakra. So she's tapping the throat. So as if she's bringing attention to the throat. So if you're watching this, you'll know what, if you know her, what this will mean. She's tapping her Adam's apple. Okay, she's tapping that. So not necessarily that she didn't get a chance. Maybe she couldn't. Oh, okay. I think she's trying to tell me she might have choked, possibly, actually, because if you were choking, you'd go dizzy, wouldn't you? And you feel constricted because you can't breathe. And dizziness. Yeah, possibly it could mean choking. I could be getting this wrong. She could have choked, or there was a reason why she's tapping the throat chakra here. Okay, so it could possibly have been choking that she passed from. But as I say, I'm a bit open to that, whatever fits in with those symptoms. Okay. She's bringing attention to my necklace. So I feel there would have been a necklace handed down, bracelets as well. So I feel like she would have had some jewelry, this lady. So it would have been jewelry handed down. And she's showing me a jewelry box. Music box or jewelry box? She's showing me a jewelry box. It's very special. She's saying it's very special. And it will be in a special, it's got a special place. She's showing me that she can see the jewelry box and it's been looked after in a special place. And she's saying that she sees, do you feel like, I feel that this, again, this is probably for a lady, this message, because I feel like that this lady also may well have children as well. So I feel that this is probably for a daughter, or she hasn't actually come down on a actually I don't actually know that she's a mother or grandmother. She hasn't actually given me that vibration. Yeah, she may well have been acting like the real mother, not necessarily the mother. But whoever this message for, she has the jewelry box, and that lady is a mother because her children open that box really carefully and they know how special it is. So I'm seeing children look in the special jewelry box, or that could have been you when you were younger. As I say, I'm not sure her connection with this person. She's not she's saying it's quite, it's so she's really bringing attention to hair now. She's bringing attention to hair. Something to do with the children's hair, or when you were a child, the hair. Okay, and now she's making me aware of the person that's on the earth plane that's suffering, is at the moment suffering with sinuses, I would say, because she's pushing here. It's almost like a headache at the moment that they're suffering there. Okay. As I say, I do feel this message is for a lady. So I feel like this lady, she does connect with you in a family sense, but I'm not sure I'm seeing her as your mother. Okay, she could be an aunt, could be a great aunt, it could be a godmother or something like that, and that feels more like it, to be honest. Something is slightly removed, even though she does feel like she comes down on a love vibration. I hope that makes sense. So you have to be able to take all of that evidence. So if everything I've said is hitting home with you, then you know this message is for you, and I'm going to pull a few cards for you. Okay, so you need to make sure you can take everything. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Get a few cards for you, and I'm going to ask this lady to help me with these cards here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I've got some lovely cards for you. Let me just pull an angel card as well. So if you can take all of that information, this message is for you. And obviously the first message that she wants to say is that obviously she loves you, but you know that. She says you love it. The message is love. You know that, you know that. Okay, she's saying you know that, you know that. All right. She's kind of making me feel that you're in a bit of two minds about something at the moment. And she's telling me that to tell you that you do have the strength, and to encourage you to keep going forward, keep moving forward. And she's saying, please stop looking back. She's saying, please stop looking back. And as I look at the cards, we've got your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay attention to signs, omens from them. All right, that's the owl card there, saying to you to keep an eye out for signs. Okay, and this lady said that she's always leaving signs for you, always, always, always. Okay, and she's also showing me stones as well, and I don't mean crystals. She's showing me like stones, that you're finding stones in funny places. Something else as well, something about stones, probably to do with the kids. Maybe they collect stones or something. I'm just going to give that to you. Now you've got the angel of past issues that has been coming up recently for you, and I think that's why she's saying stop, keep looking back. It has been a very vulnerable time for you, but the renewal of peace is coming. Okay, renewal of peace is coming. Now, looking at another set of cards, I've got be in service. So this card usually comes up when somebody's helping people or finding ways to look after people, family, friends, or the outside world, helping a lot of people. We've got gratitude and appreciation. So please continue to work with your gratitude and appreciation. That card comes up when you're quite spiritually minded. So, and if you're not, then it's just reminding you to be grateful for what you have got. But I do feel that you are working at the moment, and you are working, in helping people, being in service and practicing gratitude and appreciation. Now we've also got the emu card coming in for you. This is a future card, and it's saying this is a good time to go on a new adventure. So maybe time to plan a new adventure. I know we can't do very much at the moment, but we've also got the falcon that comes in for future card for you. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocate. Oh, I can't even say that word. Just commit to it, all right? Don't quiver. Basically, it's saying act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it, all right? So there is an opportunity coming up, and when you do commit to it, there's an adventure coming. Okay, so that's coming up for you. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pass you this lady's love. Okay, and as I say, I hope you've taken that message. If all of that evidence, you can connect with every single bit of it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, and I'm going to thank this lady for coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So let's move on to another spirit connection, if I can. Have a little drink. I do feel there is a young gentleman stepping forward. I would say he's about between 19 and 21 with dark hair. Okay, so it's a young lad stepping forward between 19 and 21 with dark hair. Just going to write this down because I need to remind all the evidence, because you need to be able to take everything. Okay, so SpiritSeeks now. So this gentleman, he laughs when I call him a gentleman. Feel like he's too young to be called a gentleman, bless him. Okay, so he's between 19 and 21 with dark hair. He says that his character, he was always laughing. He was a laughing, light-hearted, but he is showing me another side of him where his hands are shaking. So I do feel he's trying to show me nerves, that he suffered with his nerves, okay, and anxiety. Okay, and that overtook him towards the end. Okay. I do feel that this world got a little bit much, and he's not saying now, but I believe that he possibly could have taken his own life. I'm sorry to say, although he's not actually saying that, but he just said that nerves got the better of him. He went down the wrong path, is what he's saying. So, okay. So regarding his passing, he's not saying that he took his own life. He's just saying that he went down the wrong path. But there was a lot of anxiety. Oh, and he's scratching his head at the front here, which also means there was a lot of confusion, and he couldn't see straight. Okay, he's saying, all right. So he's also making me aware that when he passed, it was a shock, a big shock to a lot of people. But I do feel that there was one person that knew deep down or had intuition that something was going to happen. So there would have been intuition somewhere, maybe not with the person it's reading for, but someone had a feeling. But it mainly, on the whole, for everyone else, it was a big shock. What happened? He uses the word a shock. What happened? Okay. He is showing me tight black jeans. Possibly with, no, I don't think I've got rips in them. But it does feel quite punky, the style, punky or gothic even. Also, I'm seeing a red check shirt as well, a red check shirt. Okay. He's just giving me deep breaths, taking deep breaths. Okay, as well. He's giving me taking deep breaths. Let's ask him about some evidence and see if I can pull any names in. He gives me the name Paul. Will have connected Matthew. Paul Matthew. Sounds quite biblical, doesn't it? Any other names that we've got there? So there's a Paul and a Matthew that would have been known to this person or in connected to this this situation somehow. Paul or Matthew, or his name Paul Matthew. It's doing something with my hand. Just trying to work out. It's something with my right hand. I'm not quite sure where that comes in. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a guitar. Like, and it could be that he's stretching. I don't know. Possibly a guitar. Right hand. Yeah. Be rock more than punk. Yeah, I think it's rock. I think rock is the generic rather than punk or gothic. It's more rock, I would say. I think it's guitar, but he's showing me with his hand. Okay. Let's see what else I can get. Okay, there's a dog already with him in the spirit world, or he's showing me a dog. I assume that the dog has passed. He's showing me a dog. He wants to show me a dog. Okay. And he's also showing me a memory of spinning tops. Do you know those old tops that you spin like that? Like that sometimes you get in the crackers at Christmas, you know, where you twiddle them and they spin off, or the old ones where you used to press them down and the big ones that used to go around and make a noise. He's showing me spinning tops, so that will connect in somewhere as well, a memory he's showing me. Okay, so his message is coming through and he wants to say that he just wants, he's showing me like stroking the hair that he just wants to give comfort, and he's sad he's not with us anymore, but he doesn't, yeah, and then he goes quiet. So you must know what that means. All right, he's sad he's not with you anymore, but then he goes like that, you know, that's the way it is, that kind of thing. But he loves you and he's happy over the other side, and he's not anxious anymore, he's not in pain, and he just wishes that you were happier though. So I hope someone can take all of that and find who this spirit seeks. I'm going to pull some cards. So just to quickly recap on the evidence, we've got a gentleman, or a young lad here between 19 and 21 with dark hair. He was always laughing and light-hearted, but on the other side, his hands were shaking and he was very anxious to quite a severe point, his anxiety towards the end. He said it was a bit of a shock when it happened, when he passed, but someone did know. They were quite intuitive and they were aware that something was going on, but unable to do anything about it. He shows me black jeans. First of all, I wasn't sure if it was like punk or gothic, but I think more of rock, because then I'm seeing the hand and the guitar that he's going like that. There's a red checked shirt, red and black checked shirt. As I say, he does bring attention to the fact that when he just before he was suffering anxiety and deep breaths, and he says that that's the way it was, but sorry, he's not around anymore, basically, and he knows it was a shock. The names of Paul and Matthew connect in as well. And he brings attention to a dog as well, a dog there. Okay. Just see if I've said everything that I've come up with. Please. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all of the evidence I've got so far. We'll just see if there's anything else he wants to bring in as well. I feel like he says the word sliding doors, so that also will connect in as well, either in the film respect, sliding doors, or things could have been different sliding doors, as in one door closes, another door opens, if he just managed to get on that tube, but not literally the tube. If you watch the film, you know what I mean. Sliding doors, meaning things could have been very different. Okay. So please only take this message if you can resonate with everything I've said. I'm going to pull a card for you now. Whoever this spirit seeks, I'm now pulling a card for you. Okay. Just grab some cards here for you and ask this gentleman if he will help me. He's laughing every time I call him a gentleman. So I think this would not have been, he would not have classed himself as a gentleman, if you like. I think his character was a little bit cheeky, I feel. Okay. Right, okay. So the first card I pulled for you is it's a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. So you seem to have come to the end of a cycle. Wherever you are at the moment, it looks like it's time to, things are about to change. Either it's the end of a contract, the end of a, could be a relationship, it could be, right, okay. So he says there's a lot of things coming to an end at the moment. There's a lot of things changing at the moment. So the card to go with that is go forward fearlessly. Okay, go forward fearlessly. And we've also got the blue heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of judgment or disapproval from others. And this gentleman just said very plainly, I've got your back. Oh, and I do feel like he added in sis there as well. I've got your back, sis. So I hope that even more helps you know who this could possibly be. All right. So make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others, because it's time to step forward. It's time to make a stand, move forward, change things up. Okay. You're currently in a position where you're catching your breath at the moment, taking some time to chill, look after yourself, and that's the right thing. And you'll also have the assurance card, which means that you're also busy helping other people to feel like they're on the right path and giving out assurance to others. It's also, he wants to say that he's giving you assurance that you're on the right path as well. He wants to say you're doing the right thing, all right? He's saying you're doing the right thing. And the future card I've got coming in for you, my lovely, is adventure. You've got the adventure card as a lovely future card for you. So I'm going to thank this lovely lad for coming in. I'll call you a lad this time. Thank you for everything. And thank you for sharing with us your story. And I'll give you all his love. I hope that makes sense to you and that we found who you seek, who spirit seeks. Okay, amazing. So thank you so much for coming in. Fabulous. So there we go. 3 readings there for the Spirit Seek section of the Spirit Said online platform magazine. I will be doing some for April as well, and each month going forward from there. As I say, please only take the message if you can resonate with everything. Otherwise, the psychic bit will just not connect in with you. So yeah, I'm just going to say, go forward with love and light. Have a wonderful March. Put out there the law of attraction for what you want. Get out there and make it happen, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful March, and I will see you in April. Thank you very much. Oh, if you did want to see me, you can catch me on the Karen Knight Psychic Medium page and join the private group for the live weekly readings. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. So thanks ever so much for joining me, and I'll see you next month. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.